Hi there. My name is Sky, and I'm here just to show you a very quick stress reduction technique. If you haven't already heard of Gary Craig's Emotional Freedom Technique, or EFT for short, this is a phenomenal tool to have at your disposal. EFT is predicated on the Chinese meridian system, so the principle of there being energetic disturbances around the body, the biofield, and including possibly subtle energies. By correcting any imbalances in the biofield, running along the energy, the paths of information that run throughout and around the body, by correcting these imbalances, we're able to actually immediately alter our physiological stress response and our emotional upsets and disturbances. So it's a wonderful technique, particularly because it takes such little time to learn, and it also takes very little time to apply, and it's gaining an international reputation for its excellence as a self-applied technique for anxiety, for pain management, for stress in general. Again, in part 2, we will put the whole sequence together, but for now, I'll just show you the points. So, let's take in a breath, just noticing we're tuning into points and places on the skin where we want to feel where there is some tenderness here. We're looking for what's called the sore spot. So if you go a couple inches in from the shoulder and an inch or so down from the collarbone, you'll find a place that's a little bit tender. This is the first point. The second point is karate chop, and it's indeed right where you would chop a block in the fleshy part of the side of your hand. I should mention also that you can use either side of your body. Many of these are symmetrical, but you can use one or either side as you're tapping along here. So we have the sore spot, we have karate chop, we have the collarbone point. So right at the little notch in your neck, you want to go about 1 inch down and 1 inch to either side. And this is collarbone. Note that this is actually distinct from the sore spot, right? So I like to think of it almost as a trapezoid here. So you have a little block there. And if you don't have the exact locations, that's fine, but just try to keep these 2 points distinct. So once again, we have sore spot, karate chop, collarbone. Then we have the brow point, and this is the bony part, or just the absolute outside, or the inside of the brow. We have the side of the eye, which is the little bony ridge right there. We also have the bony ridge under the eye. We have the nose point right there. You can feel into the gums, a little fleshy space right there, right in the crease of the chin. This is chin point. From here, we go back to collarbone. We then have thymus, and this actually, you can cover a couple different spots if you make almost like a line, like a vertical line with your fingers, and travel up and down a little bit for thymus. Next, we actually have sides of the leg. So stand up. I don't think you can quite see, or maybe you can. So this is going to be about right where you would if you stand up and you hang your hand and place it right on the outside of your leg, that is side of the leg. From here, we're jumping up to underarm. Ladies, this would be right in line with your bra strap, and men, you could see it's even with the nipple for underarm. From here, we have the wrist point, and you can feel just right the joint right there, right that juncture, wrist point. We have the fleshy parts, or the nail bed of each hand. So you can see right here, we have thumb, first, second, third actually doesn't have a meridian running down this, but you can tap it if you'd like, just to maintain consistency in the sequence. So first, second, third, fifth fingers. And then from there, we're just jumping, sometimes we jump back to here, but we'll just jump right up to scalp. And so again, we'll go through a sequence in the next video, but for now, let's just review what all the points in the sequence are. We have the sore spot, karate chop, collarbone, brow point, sides of the eye, under the eye, nose point, chin point, back to collarbone, thymus plus, actually, sides of the leg. Again, just you can make a pointer with your fingers incidentally, and just use that for some of the broader areas like the sides of the leg. Jump up to the wrist point, go to the nail bed of the first, second, third, and fifth fingers, and then top of the head. In certain traditions of EFT, there are variations on some of the sequences. I'm drawing from a practitioner's guide, a clinician's guide for applying some more advanced protocols of EFT. Advanced only in the sense that there's been some cross-pollination between the researchers and the practitioners, and they've sort of done some more elaborate sequences. But if you go to Gary Craig's videos on emofree.com, you can find the training manuals there for free, and it will be a very similar sequence. Just to review, let's go through the sequence one more time, and then we'll put it all together in part 2 of the video. We have sore spot, karate chop, collarbone, brow point, side of the eye, under the eye, nose point, chin point, back to collarbone, up and down on thymus, side of the leg, wrist point, first, second, third, and fifth fingers, and up to crown. Stay tuned, and please see the second part of this video where we will put this all together into a sequence that, again, you can apply in less than 5 minutes, often experience a significant reduction in your stress level, and it's a tool that you can carry with you wherever you go. So, thanks for tuning in.